What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? Let me know if the music is up too loud. But your boy is back with SLS featuring MM2K. This is my, what's the word I'm looking for? My quartet content that I give to the platform. Things like SDO Daily that we do normally, where we do like little snippets of the news and give our takes on it. You're going to start seeing new faces there. We're already in talks. You're going to see new faces doing that. So that is content that is for this platform. However, there are certain things that are going to be, indistinguishable to certain content creators. And this is my little thing. It's just sitting down with you guys and doing the best job I can at an open mic. So I appreciate all of your support. Thank you guys and gals so much for coming through. I already see y'all in the chat. Shout out, first and foremost, shout out to the homie, 4 Scars Gaming. He says, hello, everyone. Thank you very much for that, John. And I got a big shout out for John later too, so stay tuned for that, because you'll definitely want to, hear what I got to say about what John got coming down the pike directly after this. Geek to Sneak in the house, what's up? We got the homie Prototype, or Proto P. Hey chat, Christopher Torres, yo, listening. That's right, Christopher Torres, man, thank you so much. We got Tubaj 313 says, hey guys, have you seen the Kotaku article regarding the xCloud news? Never seen a huge pile of digital crap. Yeah, like I said in the chat, Tubaj, I blocked Kotaku. I've never blocked a news publication before, because news publications give news. So, even though you may not like the news, it's always a good thing to stay in tune with it. I don't consider Kotaku a news publication anymore. Shout out to the homie, the aforementioned John Scar. He brought this up a long time ago. Now, I know we had some journalist friends of theirs, of Kotaku's. They got a little bit sour, you know what I mean? And they tried to jump us like this was an excerpt from West Side Story or something like that, with leather jackets and chains. But it doesn't matter how upset you get. The facts are the facts. Kotaku does fire burner, flame-throwing articles that really don't make no sense. They're not pivoted off of facts. I think Clive did an excellent job, of breaking down why Kotaku was really out of bounds in regards to what people think is any reputable type of news establishment. So yeah, I blocked them. And the thing that made me block them, and again, this is not a Stadia thing, is I always try to remind you all, I don't do this to pat myself on the back. I do this because a lot of people hear me yelling, spitting into my pop filter, going crazy and doing all this other stuff. Do not mix the theatrics with the lineage. I've been doing this for a long time, well before we even knew what a Stadia was, including myself. And secondly, a lot of this stuff that I've carried over from general gaming news, just from my experience there. And we want Stadia to get to a point to where it's recognized and respected like general platforms. So if that's what we want, what they say, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. So we got to pay attention to how things happen in Main Street, at least when it comes to social media. We got to recognize how things happen in Main Street so we don't get lost in the sauce. And a lot of the stuff that we started to see from Kotaku happened once Jason Schreier left. They lost all their, I guess, their moral compass. Now, a lot of people you may not like what Jason does, but there was a moral compass that he followed. You may have not liked it, but he did follow it. They lost that moral compass once he left. So I dig what you're saying, Tubaj. My suggestion would be just to leave them alone. They're not even worth entertaining, because they're doing this for the shock factor. They want you to be upset. See, this is what people don't understand. They think that news articles or publications now cherish being reputable sources or considered reputable sources. No. Nobody cherishes that anymore. What they want is they want to know that, hey, they want people to know, hey, I got the information. I got it first. I got the goods. It ain't reputable. is thrown out of the window. There are maybe a handful of mainstream reputable journalists. And again, I don't agree with this guy on this game of philosophy, but I got to give kudos where kudos is due. Jason Schreier, he's one of the last reputable sources out there to where when he goes and he presses send about something that happened, he's accurate on it. Even when he wrote about Stadia, it just wasn't as big of a deal as he tried to blow it up to be. But he is a reputable source. Most of these publications, they don't worry about that. They are foot soldiers for clicks and ad revenue. I work for a smaller publication. I know the game. You gotta fit your SEO title to get so many grabs on and throughout WordPress. I know how the game works. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm fortunate enough to work for a publication to where, oh yeah, we want people to come, but we want people to come that's going to appreciate what we're doing. We're not looking to just get anybody just to click for the ad revenue. No, we've created just simply a portal for people that like Broadband Bully content and what makes Broadband Bully stick out. We created a hub for them, so we created a website. We're not here for the clicks. The aforementioned John Scar, I might as well call this the John Scar Flattery Party. John Scar, where we interviewed my good brother John Scar on SML Podcast. The great thing about him working for the Best Buy blog is that, again, they're there to help guide people regarding the services and products that they sell there. They're not about the ad revenue. You know what I mean? So because that is their lane, you don't see the Kotaku style Inquisitor, you know what I'm saying, National Enquirer type articles or headlines. They're trying to pivot from a fact-based place to help people understand what they're getting. News publications don't want you to understand anything. They are deploying tactics for you to click on their links. That's it. So when we're upset about an article, that doesn't make the publications mad. That makes them happy. Like right now on the screen that you're watching, you see a thumbs up and you see a thumbs down. Why do you see that? You see that because YouTube's algorithm doesn't look at a thumbs down and says, oh, well, this is bad content, so let's make sure that this isn't getting any shine. No. All they care about is a reaction. The fact that you're reacting to it and you wanted to hit that thumbs down, and sometimes is more important than the thumbs up. Because it's easy for people to hit the thumbs up and say, oh, I like this. But when people want to let you know, oh, I'm really upset, this really angered me, then that means that piece of content invoked that type of emotion, and things that invoke that type of emotion usually get a lot of clicks. Things that are polarizing are very popular as far as clicks. People love to love stuff just as much as they love to hate stuff. So when we're upset at Kotaku and we call them these names, they're loving it. They're laughing all the way to the bank. The thing that we have to do is we have to stop fueling what has them running to the bank, rather. There's another way to say it but to say it. Don't click on their articles. So I blocked them. It's all psychology. We got to understand the psychological components when it comes to this stuff, to this engagement. Like, if you put a thumbs down on my articles, like that's why when content creators were like, oh man, people are thumbing down our stuff. If you're a seasoned content creator, you don't care. You hear some content creators say, hit the thumbs down or the thumbs up. I don't care. Why do they say that? Because that's an engagement. That helps the algorithm. The algorithm just cares on what's going to induce a click. Why? Because the more you click on stuff, the more ad revenue was generated. More ad revenue generated for the platform, more ad revenue generated for the content creator. So we got to keep those things in mind. So Kotaku doesn't care that we're upset with them. All they care about is, are you going to click on this? Yeah, let me put this Street Fighter or Tekken fighter out here and show their genitalia and talk about their genitalia. And that's either gonna make people curious that are weirdos like that, or it's going to anger people so much that we did this to their favorite game. They're going to click on this and they're going to want to tell us how much they hate us. That's why they do what they do. So we just got to be cognizant of that. But no, great point, too, boss. I stopped watching them a long time ago, man. I just blocked those idiots. We got Wrong Yeezy in the house. Victor Del Maestro. He got a Verge article up here. I'm not quite sure. Junior Thanos says, stop yelling. Ain't you seen my movies? Deep Blue Sea? A shark ate me? No. Let me see. Kotaku article is just embarrassing. Says Elk New. Shout out to you. Good to see you. Wallow, what's up, MM2K? Stadia's on fire, says Monkey Boy. Ray Sherrod in the house. Sneaky Ray, I saw you earlier, brother. I see you. Unitrex is in the house, and Collins Dynasty is in the house as well. Did I get everybody? Stadia Validation. I like that name, bro. Yo, what's up? I like that, man. Cold drinks. Old Milwaukee. Got an old Milwaukee. Cold Milwaukee. Ron Slusher in the house. Christopher Torres. My bro. And Junior Thanos again. Always good to see Wrong Yeezy here. Okay, y'all. Let's get into it. I don't have much time. I want to show you this first and foremost. Let's hope that this doesn't mess up. Is it going to show you? Oh, didn't mess up. Yeah. Okay. First and foremost, my good brother John Scar, who's in the chat, he's going live in about 35 minutes. So I got to really cut this short. He's giving away 2 Google Play cards during his coverage of the Summer Game Fest. And I want to watch it too. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of games too. So that's why I'm definitely cut it short. Immediately after this, please make sure you go there. Let me pull it up on Twitter because he got a link. I want to give you guys the link. Hold on one second. Gave me the link, my good. Oh, no, the link's right here. What the hell? MM2K, what the hell are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? All right, I'm going to put the link in the chat, y'all. John Scar stream, and I'm going to pin it too. Go there immediately after the show. Please, because you're not going to want to miss out, not only on the great commentary that he's going to give here, but you're also going to want to check out those prizes that he's giving away on the stream too. The hardest working man in the state of the streets. Also, I want to bring up too the Summer Community Championships. That is the tournament that is sponsored by Jack Deslip, and I'm honored to be on the planning committee. And there's what it is going to be a week of grand gaming on Stadia, purely Stadia, and we're going to tally up game points and stuff like that, and the spoils will be to the winners. The top prize will be the top prize will be $1,000. I was about to say $100,000. Jack was about to sue my ass. $100,000. No, the top prize is $1,000. $500 is second prize, and $200 is third prize. The third place prize. So definitely sign up, get ready, more to come. Great people on the committee, so they're doing a lot of hard work to see this through, and I'm great, and I'm honored to be part of the planning committee and to also be promoting this as well. All right, last but not least, I don't think I have the Twitter notification here. No, I don't. Darn it. But I don't need Twitter to announce this. We are. Somebody calling me? Oh God! Hold on one second. I gotta be cognizant of my phone because my wife had surgery, and I told her I'm gonna go live. Please. Okay, who is this? That's a family member. They can wait. Anyway. All right. So, to celebrate the grand support that you all have been giving this, the numbers show on Stadia. Like we're pulling in great numbers, and that's important because we love to show this data to more people so they don't get all this doom and gloom over Stadia. You know what I'm saying? Our role here is to get past all the smoke and mirrors that you might hear elsewhere and show you some more fathomable and critically accurate things about the platform, right? So we want to get more people watching, the best way that we can, to help in that cause. So to show our level of appreciation to those that have helped pump out the message, and a lot of that has come from the members of this platform, those that hit that join button, selected a tier, and have become a member. For all of our members, we're going to hold a special raffle on the 23rd, the date that the Google TV and all the other extended support for Stadia is going to occur. 2 of our members are going to get a Google TV device and a Stadia controller of their choice. We're going to hold that raffle on the 23rd of June. So time is a ticking. Hurry up. Become a member if you're not already, if you want to participate in that. Okay? All right. Now with that said, let's get back to some gameplay, man. Let's get back to some gameplay. All right. So let's talk about it, y'all. Ooh, why is this all the way down here? There we go. All right, let's fix that. Let's talk about it, y'all. So Stadia not Stadia. Well, no. Stadia made a big announcement on Monday that they were expanding their support to Google TVs and how things were still moving forward with other TVs, and more importantly, that they got this deal with AT&T as far as mobile is concerned. Right? So it really shined a light on the fact that Stadia really isn't going anywhere anytime soon, or that's not in the plans of Alphabet for them to shut down Stadia. I saw on social media that a lot of people that were entertaining that they're throwing in the white towel. They're like, all right, I'm not going to say that Stadia is fantastic or this and that, but we do have to admit that it doesn't appear that Stadia is planning to close up shop. So at least they're making progress on that side. We decided we're pivoting off the facts, the evidence. So like Project Storm said yesterday on SSC Podcast, shameless plug, check it out if you missed it, that we already knew this. We knew this because Google Stadia told us so in so many words. And I just don't understand for the life of me of why we'll believe everything that comes out of Xbox's mouth when Xbox has said plenty of things and they haven't come to fruition. There's a rap sheet on Phil Spencer when it comes to that. Why we'll believe anything that comes out of PlayStation's mouth when they call him Jim Lion Ryan, said we believe in generations. But anything that Stadia says is considered false, where maybe Stadia had a little pie in the sky about when they can enact stuff. But everything that they said that they were going to do, opposite of Gen 2.0, which it's not like Gen 2.0 isn't ever coming. We've heard validation from so many sources. Dev says, oh, it's ready. It's just when are they going to release it? That everything that they said we were going to get in our hands soon has come. So I just don't understand why, again, we're so quick to doubt Stadia when we take verbatim everything that other areas have said when they have longer rap sheets than what Stadia has. So we had this situation where Stadia made this announcement on Monday. Fast forward to today, and Xbox makes this grand announcement that has a huge focus on xCloud, has a huge focus on their future as it comes to exclusive content, and has a huge focus on them wanting to continue to work on consoles. You know what I'm saying? That consoles being a core concept for them, right? And as far as I'm concerned, when you look at all that, to me, that just says one thing. That further validates in my mind that, because it wasn't coincidence, folks. It isn't coincidence. It further validates in my mind that Xbox understands the situation that they're in. And they realize that as their competitors, because Microsoft is fighting a multi-front battle. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, for some reason I've become so popular, everybody's calling me all of a sudden. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got to. My wife had surgery, so I'm just making sure it's not her calling me. Something happened. Anyway, so they're fighting a battle on so many fronts. And I've said this before. This is not something that I'm making up in honor of Stadia. Again, follow my content as it relates to what I put out there on the MM2K videos channel. Well before we knew what a Stadia was, this was my argument. That Xbox was running into a situation where they become a jack of all trades, but a master of none. You know what I'm saying? A jack of all trades, but a master of none. What do I mean by that? Well, the problem is that Xbox is operating on so many fronts. They're trying to battle PlayStation. They're trying to battle and increase their store, the Windows Store, so it can be a fathomable alternative to Steam. And then they're in this cloud race. The question is, what is really going to bring them to the 1 billion gamers that they seek? Like, you don't have Nintendo talking about reaching the 1 billion gamers. They're going to do their own thing. PlayStation is happy in the console space right now, but they're looking to make inroads with PlayStation Now. So their inroads are simply going to be, you can play our game, you can buy it a la carte on PC, you can try it through PlayStation Now, or you can get a console. But they're happy where they're at right now. Then you have Geforce Now, Luna, and Xbox. And Stadia. Geforce Now, NVIDIA is trying to get into the cloud business as a backup plan to in case the hardware business really, when the hardware business really starts to trickle and the cloud gaming business starts to excel. So they want to be prepared for that. They don't want to go the way of the dodo bird, the way Blockbuster did, unprepared. So they want to be prepared for when that transition occurs. Very smart for them, right? Amazon and Google, however, they're in their own lane. Amazon and Google they can bypass traditional gaming and have a lucrative market. Now, I know a lot of people, and I knew when we first talked about this, when we brought this article up, I knew a lot of people would sit there and turn their nose to this. And that's because they're looking at this through, I think, the improper lens. And what is that? That is Amazon and Google have serious game content platforms. I don't have numbers as far as Twitch. Of course, Twitch is the game platform master, right, for Amazon. I don't have their numbers in front of me, but we'll just use YouTube Gaming. YouTube Gaming in 2020 produced 100 billion watched hours of gaming content. 10 billion of that was through stream content. What Amazon and Google have at their disposal is, if I want to create a third paywall, like, okay, people are paying, you know what I'm saying, or giving donations and subbing to people, however way, and I get a portion of that. So Amazon and Google get a portion of that. Then the ads that they have on these platforms, they get a portion of that. So now they're building a third paywall where if you see your favorite content creator playing a game and you want to be able to get in and get out and play that game and feel cool, be with the cool kids with that content creator, you can now do that. If you're playing with Ninja on Twitch, play the game as Ninja's playing it through Luna. Play the same game and he can get you in playing on Luna. If you're playing with, what's the crazy guy's name that always gets himself in trouble? I don't know. We'll pull a streamer. You want to be Cloud Gamer Dad? Because you know our homie Cloud Gamer Dad, he's going to reach you. He's going to get to 1 million viewers, right? He's going to get to 1 million subs. Shout out to Cloud Gaming Dad, also known as Loud Gaming Dad. You got to watch SSC yesterday to understand that one. But Cloud Gaming Dad, he has 1 million viewers. Like me, little pitiful MM2K. Oh, Cloud Gaming Dad, I want to play, you know what I'm saying? I want to get in your division game, please. Here you go, brother. Here's your link. And in order for me to do that, I got to play the game with them via Google Stadia. So those are marketing tools that, despite the popularity that Luna and Google may have with the general gaming public, you have those that watch gaming content at the tune of 100 billion on YouTube and whatever it is, because you know it's higher on Twitch. That is a potential market to add a third revenue stream for Google and Amazon. So they got this on lock. They got that portion on lock. Google and Amazon have the gaming content creation portion on lock, and by them hosting games themselves, they now have a third revenue stream on top of the ads, on top of the subscriptions that they're already making gangbusters off. That's going to make them even more gangbusters. That's without them even going into the traditional gaming market. So I can have a PlayStation 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, but if I want to hop in that game while Ninja's playing it on Twitch, or hop in the game with Pootie Pie, when Pootie Pie's playing, no, the hell with Pootie Pie. When Cloud Gaming Dad is playing it on YouTube, I better have Amazon Luna and Stadia. That is a powerful draw-in that, despite, and I want to show you guys something. Let me show you this from our good friend Paul Tassi. Which I think Paul, bless his heart, as my grandma would say, bless his heart. This is, shout out to my homie Tim Dog. I got more tweets from him and I got to show you guys something. He says, nobody really has anything to match this. Stadia and Luna don't have consoles or first party games. Sony has consoles but nothing close to answer to Game Pass or the huge scale streaming plans. Nintendo doesn't care. Nintendo will do its own thing forever. Let me first address this middle part. And I don't know where Dr. Spaceman is at, but someone sent an SOS to Dr. Spaceman. Dr. Spaceman will say, I'm here to tell you otherwise. Because even though, as far as what many may peg as the quality of games that are in Game Pass opposed to what's available via PlayStation Now right now is a better tool. But see, Paul Tassi doesn't know that because he talks, he writes, he types, and he sends without pivoting from experience or facts. God bless his heart, but that's what he does. But now let's focus on the meat and potatoes. Nobody really has anything to match this, and he's talking about the Microsoft announcement today. I I will agree that nobody is attempting a multi-front battle like Microsoft is. Nobody has troops lined up on every single border surrounding them like Microsoft does. But that can be a gift and a curse. Because you look at PlayStation again, their path forward is simple. We are the console kings. And because we are the console kings, we're going to pivot off of that. Amazon and Google's track forward is simple as well. We are the game content kings. We own the platforms that most gamers game from. So if we want to create this third wall, regardless of what's happening in traditional gaming, we can do that and be hella fast successful. Over 100 billion hours of game content was watched on YouTube. In a lot of ways, that's being dwarfed on what's being done by Twitch. Them two are Gucci. So they can, spring forward from that. And I agree with Paul. Nintendo's doing its own thing. Where's Microsoft springboarding from? They're not number one in console sold. They no longer have a platform like Twitch or YouTube. And yes, they do have Game Pass, which to its credit grew a few more million with MLB, if I'm reading what they're saying today right. But that's 25, maybe 30 million out of the target demo of 1 point whatever billion. And we already had Paul Tassie's counterpart, Tom Warren, let you know they're not out of the red yet with Game Pass. Game Pass is not profitable yet. So again, I'm not saying that what Xbox is doing isn't good and they're not making strides. I'm just showing you the evidence on why I'm not jumping out of my shoes and socks right now. I think what this does more than anything is it further validates Stadia. Why do I say that? Because you had to quickly scramble and create this announcement, and you had to back it up. We're still going to be in a console game, though. You had to do this directly after Stadia made their announcement. That's not a coincidence. And another reason why I'm not impressed right now, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, the 4K and all the other stuff that they're saying. The reason why I'm not impressed is, I told y'all yesterday, Xbox has made so many promises technically that just haven't panned out. They made promises with the Xbox One X. Someone pulled out an article not too long ago and showed it to me where Phil Spencer at one point in time said, "No, who cares about frames?" They go back and forth everywhere. They're back and forth, back and forth. Xbox's problem is they talk when notions and stuff are in flight too much. And things don't pan out. The whole scale up and scale down. Oh, you can just scale up and scale down. That was a bust. That was proven to be wrong. With the Xbox One X, we feel that content and software is integral to the release of the Xbox One X, and you had none. Yeah, then there was VR. We're excited about VR coming to Xbox One X. Now we're not focused on VR. Now you have the world's most powerful console. And Digital Foundry analysis is split down the middle between games on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, the world's most powerful console. And most of your wins are coming via backwards compatible games. People don't buy new consoles for backwards compatible games. It's a nice perk, but that's not the main reason you buy a new console. So there's just trails and trails of the mishandling of different Xbox initiatives. And I've been with Xbox for almost 20 years. And under this Phil Spencer regime, I've never seen anything like this. Where you had, I don't like, there was the Fortune 500, the Fortune magazine article or interview where Phil Spencer and himself, during that interview, when the guy said, why don't you just put xCloud in beta, just put a beta name on it, put it out there. Everybody else is out there and you guys are waiting. You just put it out there in this beta. And he said in the interview, would you ship that? Who says that about their product? He said, well, how come you guys can't get it together? Oh, well, I ask my systems team that all the time. Huh? I just don't see leadership from a PlayStation or anywhere else given that motif. So excuse me if I'm, via experience and facts, if I'm doubtful about the impact that they're going to have out the bat. Do I think Xbox, when they're ready to go, are they going to give cloud gaming a nice push? Yeah, I think they'll give it a nice push. But they're not going to push it into the stratosphere. They'll give it a nice little boost. They'll give it a boost bigger than any of the other platforms could ever give it. But it's going to be a nice little boost. People have to psychologically get over the notion of there is no piece of hardware or dedicated hardware that you got to download something to. They still believe that you own the game if you download it. That's what they think. They don't understand that even though you can download games now and play them natively without having to be online, that's all about to change. DRM is going to be everywhere. They don't understand it, so they think they actually own these games. You get access to a license. But people got to get over that psychological hurdle. And it's going to take longer than what we believe. Now, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm pivoting all of this because of facts. Here goes a quote from Matt Piscatella. If you don't know who Matt Piscatella is, then you're not connected enough to facts. You're not. I don't know what else to tell you. You're not. Matt Piscatella is one of the senior people at the NPD group. They measure game sales and things like that in North America, Xbox and PlayStation's largest region. And Matt Piscatella is connected to the people. So he knows what he's talking about. He's a numbers guy. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And he's very welcoming of Game Pass. He loves Game Pass. He doesn't subscribe to a lot of the feelings that I have about Game Pass. I just disagree with Matt, that's all. But he's a numbers guy. He got the data in front of him. He got data that I don't have in front of him. So I can't say that he's wrong because he got information that I don't have. But he says, in theory, cloud gaming remains a truly gigantic opportunity. We will likely see a bunch of thought pieces about how consoles are dying, as we always do around big cloud announcements. But we have many years before the US market gets there. Think cloud as growing the pie for now. And in response to this, I said, as a serious cloud enthusiast myself, numbers and data don't lie. Matt is spot on. Cloud gaming, even via Xbox, will take a long time to be generally accepted. You see signs of this already via polarizing reaction from the mainstream to Xbox announcement. You think I'm pulling this? What polarizing announcements? Well, let me just show you what. I thought this was funny. But the mainstream gaming community, not the journalists, the mainstream gaming community, they're leery of cloud gaming. Should they be? No. But should and is are two totally different things. I grabbed this tweet because it echoes the polarization out there right now with mainstream gamers. They say, loving my new Xbox, and he got a picture of a TV. The theory is that Xbox is trying to ditch dedicated device gaming, which mainstream gamers don't like. We applaud that possibility. They don't like it. With that said, you got brothers like my good brother Tim Dog out here trying to fight the good fight, out here on Twitter, showing that Microsoft says they're already working on the next Xbox, but the damage is already done. Perception is 9/10 of the law. The general gaming community is not going to jump on cloud gaming because Xbox says so. The general gaming community isn't jumping on the Xbox Series S. They're not jumping on the Series X. And that's traditional gaming. So if they're not, and the Xbox Series S is a cheaper way to get into next gen gaming. So if the general gaming public aren't jumping on those, if Xbox is in last place despite having those multiple SKUs, and people are okay with consoles, what makes you think they're going to jump on cloud? Because Xbox says so. It's not going to happen. Not anytime soon. As far as I'm concerned. And this isn't coming from me. This is coming from industry leaders who say cloud gaming isn't going to become a 4% business until 2027. 4%! That's 6 years from now. It's still lucrative for those that are in it, the top companies that are in it. Will Xbox give it a good push? Yes. Is it worth saying something that Xbox even had to come out here after Stadia made their announcements and say what they said? Yes. But this motif that as soon as Xbox come out and they're ready to go, that they're going to push cloud gaming into the stratosphere, they can't even push traditional game. They can't even get out of last place with traditional gaming. They can't. Now, what does this mean for us, the cloud gaming community? This is great for us if the platform does perform better. Like if they are able to get the stream quality better, the stability of it better, this is great. I don't want to give Xbox a round of applause, excuse my French, I'm about to curse here, for shitty performance. I'm not going to do it because they got a bunch of games on the platform. I'm not going to do it. I want to see performance equivalent, at least, to GFN. If they can't get performance to at least what GFN's doing, no. No, they don't get no stripes here. So when they launched this thing, I need it to work as good as GFN. Once it works as good as GFN, okay, maybe. And right now, I look at it, from various data and experience. It looks like performance right now. Number one is Stadia. There's an argument between Amazon and PlayStation Now. Y'all tell me how y'all rank it in the chat. And I got to wrap up soon because I don't want to override John here. But right now it's Stadia, of course, with its performance. Then it's it's a tie between PlayStation Now and Amazon, right? Would y'all agree with that? Like, it's between those two. And then next is GFN. Now, Shadow's great too, but I hate to say it, Shadow they priced themselves out right now. And they're going through something, they'll figure it out. And hopefully they can lower that price, but right now they priced themselves out of the conversation. $30 is just too much a month. If you're looking for a PC in the sky that you can game on too, yeah. But I think that's well beyond just the general cloud gaming conversation. Chariot Man came in. He said, and Chariot Man is echoing. Hold on, why does it every time? Chariot Man is echoing the sentiments that I'm seeing in a lot of these posts that Xbox has. A lot of people are saying, why do we care that they're expanding xCloud or they're doubling down on xCloud? They ain't got no exclusives yet. So this is very polarizing. I want us to get outside of our cloud gaming bubble and understand how things are working in the mainstream. Shout out to Actuary Stud. They listed as Stadia, Luna, PlayStation Now, and xCloud. Oh, you think that xCloud is better than GFN? I don't know about that one. Yeah, so again, and I'm not, trust me, I'm not, excuse my French, I'm not shitting on anybody that is excited over the Xbox announcement. I hope this is true. I hope it's true. Because I want there to be competition. Whenever there's competition, that's only better for anybody that has a preferred platform. If Xbox does surprise us, and it can perform, and it has leapfrogged to like second or third place, I doubt it's going to leapfrog to first. But if it leapfrogs to second or third place, that's going to force Stadia's hand. That's going to force everybody's hand, and it's only going to get better. So I'm hopeful that that's the case. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to talk about that because it's exciting news that Xbox is starting to narrow down time frames. Like, it's cool that they're saying, hey, next week we're going to do this, and you know what I'm saying, and we're getting, more time frames. But Stadia's doing the same thing in a lot of regards. It's just that because Stadia is solely in the cloud and Stadia is part of a niche platform, and we don't know when games are coming, we want to know everything ASAP. But when it comes to the cloud iteration part, they're making announcements in a similar fashion. Stadia just told you, they gave you a date for when the expanded support is coming. They told you later in the year that the TVs are coming. Xbox told you, we're working on dongles. When are they coming? We're working with TV manufacturers. When are they coming? So when it comes to cloud gaming, I don't see this extra transparency with Xbox. With Xbox overall, hell yeah, definitely. But with cloud gaming, I don't see this extra transparency. As a matter of fact, if my memory serves me right, and I'm about to shut down and get some of y'all comments, if my memory serves me right, I could have sworn I heard Phil Spencer say somewhere that xCloud, the retail version of xCloud, was supposed to launch with the Xbox Series X. What happened to that? So I don't see this extra transparency that I'm seeing being spoken of here. And I have my doubts on Xbox executing this. And I have my reasons. I think they're legitimate. We'll see. I hope they do it so they're not being praised for just putting a bunch of games in the cloud, as my friend Akash Monger always refers to from Twitter. I don't want to just see a bunch of games in the cloud. I want to see you take those games that are in the cloud and do something unique with them. Give them that fast loading, that performance that you get, with dedicated devices. But I want you to add the versatility of the cloud, the stability of all that. Where's your feature sets? and stuff like that. That's what I want to see. It's just that every time Xbox announces something, everyone gets creamy knuckled. And that big Xbox stomp that everybody says is coming is yet to come when it comes to the cloud. And this ain't got nothing to do with Stadia. Luna's doing what they need to do. They're making progress. GFN's doing what they need to do. They're making progress. Even PlayStation Now is doing what they need to do. They're making progress. I'm not giving those stripes to Microsoft because they got games in the cloud. They're last in performance. When they show that the output from the platform, not talk about it, because Xbox does a lot of talking. When the output from the platform is actually there, then you'll see the kudos from me. But I'm not going to sit here and tap dance and do the wop every time they make an announcement. Xbox is good at making announcements. I want to see them make something come to fruition. Get out of last place. Those are my thoughts. With that said, let me go to the chat real quick. I'm going to pull out a couple of y'all. Charles Aran in the house says Stadia, GFN, and Lunar haven't tried xCloud because it's tied to Game Pass. Who else we got in here? We got And Now Your Mama Knows. He says Stadia, GFN, Luna, xCloud, PlayStation Now. Crow Resin says, I will put GFN above Luna in that list. I wasn't impressed with Luna when I tried it for 7 days. Tubar says, as long as xCloud, Xbox Cloud just streams Game Pass, there are no real... Yeah, thank you for that point, Tubosh. Even if they do come with the 4K 60 when that drops, they're a great source of cloud gaming, but they're not one that's going to oversaturate Stadia, because Stadia is allowing you to get same day games whenever they come, like, Resident Evil, you know what I'm saying? Heartlands is coming. We got Lies of P that are slated in 2023 or whatever. When those games drop day and date, you can play them on, what's it called? You ain't got to wait for them to drop in Game Pass. So it's a different source, but a different type, like how Luna doesn't supersede Stadia and vice versa. So shout out to everybody. Moses Frosber says, personally, I prefer streaming my stuff right now. Me too. Dark, there's levels to this. Yes. All right, y'all. Codex, thanks, Cloud Gaming Dad. Shout out to all y'all. All right. My brother is live right now. So let me see here. The stream is, here goes the link to the stream. Go there right now. Thank you so much for entertaining me. And tell him MM2K sent you. But he's covering the Summerfest. He's giving away 2 Google Play cards. So be there or be square. And until next time, y'all have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.